Let me turn first to you, Amr Magdi. 30 years he was in power. He was the only president you knew until 2011.
That's right, and the current government of President Sisi is just another phase, another continuation of the same regime, I would say. I think if we are talking about Mubarak's death today, what concerns us as human rights observers is his legacy, and the main legacy he left for Egyptians to deal with is such a brutal security and military state, where he had ruled Egypt under emergency law from the moment he ascended to power in 1981 until he was unseated by popular uprising. So imagine a president enforcing emergency status for 30 years that actually allow security agencies unchecked powers to arrest and detain opponents.
And yet he's followed by the first civilian democratically elected president, Mohamed Morsi, who only lasts more than a little over a year in office. And when he is ousted, there was genuine popular support for a return of the generals.
So I would say that's the second thing to remember on the day Mubarak dies, which is the sacrifices that millions of Egyptians have offered to actually seek a better future for their country, to seek good governance, to seek democratic rotation of power. All these inspirations, some of them came true, but they were very short-lived from 2011 to 2013 when the military took over, and through the democratically elected president, there might have been some sentiment, strong sentiment. No one, I think, no fair observer can deny that there was and has been very strong popular sentiment against the Muslim Brotherhood. There was a strong opposition. But that doesn't mean and doesn't justify the military interference in power, doesn't justify the killing, mass killing and mass shooting of protesters, doesn't justify the most brutal crackdown in Egypt's recent history that President Sisi has been leading in the country. And I would also address the popularity question by saying that perhaps he had some popularity back then, but I think we have seen very obviously in the last elections in 2018 that he didn't allow, and he was very, very afraid and paranoid of allowing any free public voting, and that's not a guy who enjoys popularity.